Yo, have you ever felt like maybe it's too late for me to do something with this music, or maybe I'm just too old to do anything? If you have, I'm here to give you some steps to reignite that passion that you have and let you know it's actually not too late. And I'll give you a couple of examples of people I know personally that thought the same thing, and we proved that to be false. And I'm also going to give you three steps you can take to do that, to find that energy again. So one thing I've noticed, I know, like I'm over 35, 37. I'll be 38 soon, and I noticed a lot of other producers in this age gap. Like we've been doing this for a while. So if you're like 35 and up, you've been producing for a while, but nothing ever like took off. Like you probably had a couple opportunities here and there. But overall, you're just not generating like consistent work and have like a consistent place or outlet for your music. And you may think, okay, maybe it's just not for me to do, or maybe, it's too late for me to kind of get things going again. And it's like, it's not true, man. And you have to go after that thing that keeps coming back. Because one thing I find is like, I've come across producers where they've had some like negative experiences in regards to music or whatever, or music industry, business, relationships, things like that, that just kind of was just like, whatever. And then they just kind of go get settled in their careers doing other things. But that music thing always comes back. Like, it's just like they can't 100% let it go. So, they're still kind of making music on the side. It's kind of like a passion, a hobby or whatever. But they just haven't quite found the outlet. And there's something just like burning, like, yo, like I can't just 100% let it go. Maybe that's you. So one example, one of my TV placement mastery students, he was a great producer. I guess he was definitely over 35, maybe been in his 50s or something like that. And he was established in his career. Like he didn't need to, or he's not looking for like, this huge break in music and his music to just take over his entire life, like immediately. Like he's cool. He's good. Solid career. Has been there for several years. Great at what he does. But that music thing just kept coming back. And he was just like, yo, like, I can't let it go. I was going hard in my younger years, but then, started a family, got married, had kids. And, once that happens, other things take priority. And it's no longer about, quote unquote, chasing this dream. It's about, okay, I have to provide and protect my family now. So I have to do what's going to do that right now, and not like I don't have time to like wait until things kind of grow into what you need to be able to do that efficiently and effectively for your family. So, I come across a lot of producers in that situation where, they're established in their careers, they have families, they're good, but the music thing keeps coming back. So now they're at a place where it's just like, okay, look, I'm sitting here making this stuff anyway because it's not going away. I have a studio. I have all the gear that I ever wanted or need thanks to, the career I have. Now I just want to like find a purpose for it. Like if I can get it signed and placed in TV and film, then that would be awesome. Like, and then if I can get paid for that, that's a bonus. And then who knows what could happen from there. It could turn into a part-time thing. It could turn into a full-time thing. Whatever. I'm good either way. And I've come across a lot of producers like that. Shout out to my guy, Shedrick. He put in the work, and Okay. Um, he put in the work, and he was able to get a sync publishing deal, multiple sync publishing deals, and create albums for publishers and things like that. Now he found a purpose for his music. Like, he's producing music for these publishers. The music is getting placed. I think one of his first placements was like an international placement in Germany or something like that. And now he's just like hit me up every now and then. It's just like, yo, just wrapped up another album for a publisher. They're cutting the check. And, you know, these placements are rolling in, and now his music has purpose. Like, he's re-energized, and like he's locked in, man. Like, I've seen few people have a full-time career, like a serious career, like, and will come home and find that little pocket of time and go in. And he's been knocking it out, like, no excuses. Like I always say, I make music, not excuses, right? Like, there's no excuses. He's locked in there, and he makes it happen. And he has a family. Let me go check on this kid, because he's learning some stuff. But there's just no excuses. All right, what do you need?
I need the line, and I need 2 vertex pieces of LC.
Oh, okay. But yeah, he's just like, there's just no excuse for not being able to make it happen. What is it? Page 147?
No, maybe guys need that. Maybe need that.
Yeah, that's this one.
147?
Yep.
48.
Yep. So, yeah. So, that's number one. That's one example, man. And I'll give you another example. But let's dig into these steps of how you can just kind of re-energize your passion, your purpose when it comes to this music. Number one is you got to identify like what your unique sound is. Everybody kind of has a different lane that they live in. So you have to identify that and figure out, okay, what's going to be the best outlet? Okay, what's going to be the best outlet for the kind of music that I make, right? That could be creating, a bunch of high energy sports tracks. Now your outlet is sports placements. So every weekend we're listening to your music on the NFL Network, on Fox, on CBS, on TNT, March Madness, which is a fun time every year for placements because they play a long time. So revisit your catalog, like see like what's your strongest genre, what's your strongest tracks and style that you do, and can you marry that with something that's in demand for TV and film? And then start crafting more music, new music intentionally for TV and film. Like once you know there's a demand, and then you know, hey, this is what I do best, marry those two, and then go in and create more stuff. Now you're more purposeful in your approach to production. When you sit down to make music, you're sitting down with the intention to create something for sports. So it's no longer, hey, I'm sitting here wasting a bunch of time. No, I'm sitting here and I'm making something on purpose so that I can pitch it on purpose, so I can get placed on purpose, so you can get paid on purpose, right? So that's number one. Number two is setting clear and achievable goals, right? So that may be, hey, I want to knock out 5 tracks every week. Instead of just floating around, I'll just do what I do. Or when inspiration strikes, I'll sit down and create. I don't believe in that. You build the discipline to sit down and create every single day at the same time, no matter what. And you will never be at the mercy of inspiration having to be there in order for you to create. Because I'll be honest with you, when a publisher hits me up and they're like, hey, we need music for XYZ show, here's the deadline, can you send us something? Like, I'm not sitting here like, well, I don't quite feel inspired right now, so no, I'll pass on this situation to write music for an NBC show. No, it's like, yeah, I can do it. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to read your brief, and then I'm going to create based off of that brief, not based off of my inspiration, because inspiration is fickle. Like, you can be inspired today and not inspired tomorrow. And if your inspiration is fickle, your royalty checks are going to be fickle too. And placements and your entire career is going to be fickle. It's going to be based off of whenever you feel inspired. Like, I don't want to get paid like that, so why would I create like that? Once you understand that this whole game is just, it's about input, what you put in is going to determine what you get out. And then number 3 is engage with like a community of people who are on the same path as you. Sync Producer Hub is a great place to connect with other producers who are either getting placements already or trying to get more placements or trying to get their first placement. It's an entire community of producers who are on this journey together, and we kind of bounce ideas off of each other. We inspire one another. Iron sharpens iron. So we listen to each other's music, seeing how we can improve. We're tossing opportunities out there. Being in a community with people who are trying to do the same thing as you is going to ignite that passion and is going to keep you encouraged and inspired. And it's crucial to surround yourself around people like that. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check out Sync Producer Hub. But definitely recommend, getting with a community of people who are on the same path as you. That's number 3. And then you may be older, like you may be like approaching retirement age, man. One of my students, Steve, man, I was coaching him when he was approaching 60, I believe. And I think he's in his 60s. I know that for sure. I'm pretty sure it was his 60th birthday. And it's crazy because I don't even know if he knew like he would have like a sync publishing deal like before his 60th birthday. But super talented musician, talented producer. Like, he could have easily just been like, yo, like, I'm almost 60. Like, I'm not chasing this music stuff anymore. But he didn't. He was just like, yo, I'm about to have more time on my hands. I've had a good career. That's not an issue, but this music thing keeps coming back, and I just want to see what I can do with it. Let's see what's possible. And he did that. And by putting in, a few months of consistent work, like within 90 days, he had sync publishing deals to where now he's creating music on purpose, and, working on opportunities that, otherwise wouldn't have happened if he just would have been like, well, I'm almost 60. Like, there's no space for me in this business, but it is, man. And that's what I love about, close that for me, please.
Yeah, but I need to help. We need $8.
Okay, I'll get you.
My paper up so you can take it.
Okay, I'll check it. So, yeah, he didn't give up. Like, the thing I love about Sync is that the age doesn't matter, man. It's really about the music. If you can make great music and follow instructions, there's opportunities out here, man. There's opportunities out here. So if you feel like you're too old, or you feel like, you just been out of the game too long, don't let that be an excuse as to why you can't find purpose and reignite that passion for music, and get that music working for you, because it's possible. It's absolutely possible. I know producers personally who made it happen. All right. I'll catch you on the next one. If you want to learn how to get started in sync licensing, download my free Sync Producer Quick Start Guide. I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll pin it in the comments as well. Download that. Follow those steps and get started, man. Don't waste no more time. Peace.